Right now, Brian Laundrie is still on the run. Gabby Petito's remains were found a week ago, and her memorial service took place today. Well, technically yesterday. I'm up in the early morning hours of Monday, September 27th, 2021, because Gabby won't let me rest until I make this video. I haven't made a video since Vlogmas back in December 2020. Right now, I have so many projects to get to, most notably finishing my book, He Did Not Do It, Ron Goldman's Top Secret Widow Finally Tells Their Story, Volume 1. It will be released on All Survivors Day, November 6, 2021. But right now, it's available for pre-order on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. I'm a medium, and this is why Gabby is talking to me right now. When I first saw videos posted about her and Brian, I just didn't want to watch them. I don't know why that is, but it's probably because she reminded me so much of me when I was her age. But she achieved a career I was never allowed to achieve as a young woman. So I couldn't help but admire her, despite not knowing what all the headlines revealed to me. Finally did I decide to watch one of these videos to find out more. The story just wouldn't die, and I wondered why. I watched one video and then another and got hooked. Gabby's obsession with what happened became my own. I just cannot believe what has happened, and despite all that I have to do in my life, I must do something now and not later to help heal this devastation as soon as possible. If you view the police footage on August 12th of this year, it is quite clear that Brian is not handling life off the grid very well at all. It's clear to me that he is extremely stressed out to the point of snapping. Gabby was attempting to manage Brian and his behavior, which was beginning to spiral out of control. And she's doing this while also attempting to achieve her dream. Like me, she tends to blame herself and take on too much of the responsibility of the relationship. If she can dream it, it can be, and she's just not going to give up. Look at how beautiful Gabby is. Isn't she so creative and talented? And she shines and is the star of everything she touches. It's like her life knew all these photos and videos would be her final gift to the world. She longed to have the relationship she dreamed of together with Brian. Look at the love she showed him. It is so very beautiful, but I guess it just wasn't enough for him, and she blamed herself for this. I totally relate. Gabby and Brian's relationship very much reminds me of the dynamic I had with someone I call the real OJ, the real killer who so brutally murdered my brand new husband, Ron Goldman, back in 1994. Like Gabby, I could never win with the real OJ, as hard as I tried. Everything revolved around him. In fact, he literally prayed for everyone around him to treat him like God, and everyone did, including me. Gabby so much wanted me to explain this, and something she's so very concerned with is that no one appears to be searching Appalachia. Brian may claim to be a survivalist, but he's a fraud. Yes, just like the real OJ, Brian is a scam. I really don't know how much of an expert any 23-year-old could ever be at being anything, much less a survivalist, but it's so clear from the police footage that Brian is not any kind of successful survivalist. When he went to the Appalachian Mountains years ago, or whenever he did, he cheated. So many people live in those mountains, and he stayed with some of those people. This is the poorest region of the United States, so these people are so very vulnerable to someone like Brian. Knowing what Brian did to her, Gabby knows what he did to the women of Appalachia. and she is obsessed with getting this word out as soon as possible so Brian can be stopped and brought to justice before he becomes like the real OJ, who is 67 and still walking around with an immaculate police record. Meanwhile, he starts wildfires, stages crimes and robberies and rapes and murders women, just to give you a sampling. Gabby is horrified that Brian's family has failed to come forward to tell the public and police what they know and encourage Brian to do the same. She thought they were such nice people too. How can they get away with this, she wants to know. She feels so sorry for her own family, who were so coldly ignored by Brian and his family. Gabby loves her family very, very much. She wants them to know she feels empowered and on top of the world, so they shouldn't feel the need to grieve for her. One day she will see them again, so enjoy your life while you still can, is what she tells them. Wow, this video has become so much more than what I planned it to be. Gabby kept telling me that this video would become my official introduction to the world. But I didn't see how it could ever do that since it's about Gabby and Brian, not me. But Gabby kept telling me that just like the only video she ever posted on her YouTube channel now has millions of views, this video of mine would be the same way, even if it's not my first video, and it certainly won't be my last. Thank you so much for watching. You'd really help me out if you subscribed to my channel and liked my video and ring the bell so that you get all the notifications. I really didn't plan on resuming this channel so soon, but I just couldn't turn my back on Gabby. She made me do this.